Hi everyone, my name is Miss Lucas. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. I'm so excited to do this cross-country book club and get to talk to you guys a little bit, get to know you and get to read a book together. A few things about me. I love animals and pets especially, and being outside. I love camping and hiking and kayaking. I also really love to bake. And another thing that's important to know about me is that I love stories. Everything reminds me of a story, and I love telling stories. I love listening to other people tell stories, and I think that hearing things in a story form helps me to understand concepts better. And so that's something that I really like, and that is a big reason why I really enjoyed this book, Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. I love this book because in it's Stories from a South African Childhood. And so Trevor Noah, you might know him actually, he's a comedian. He talks about his childhood and what it was like growing up in South Africa under something called apartheid. You might know what that is already and you might not, but it's just the system that was in place during the time and how oppressive it was. And so he talks about something of real historical significance, and you can learn a lot about the time period through reading this, but he does it in a way where he just tells stories from his life. Like, he works his way through his childhood, but it's not quite linear, so it's very natural in that way. Like, one story will remind him of another story, and then he'll just kind of bounce off of that. And so it's really interesting to read, like very upbeat. And so, just to give you a little sample of the way that he writes, this is just how he opens the book. Sometimes in big Hollywood movies, they'll have these crazy chase scenes where somebody jumps or gets thrown from a moving car. The person hits the ground and rolls for a bit. Then they come to a stop and pop up and dust themselves off like it was no big deal. Whenever I see that, I think, that's rubbish. Getting thrown out of a moving car hurts way worse than that. I was 9 years old when my mother threw me out of a moving car. It happened on a Sunday. I knew it was a Sunday because we were coming home from church, and every Sunday in my childhood meant church. We never missed church. My mother was, and still is, a deeply religious woman. Very Christian. Like indigenous peoples around the world, black South Africans adopted the religion of our colonizers. By adopt, I mean it was forced upon us. The white man was quite stern with the native. You need to pray to Jesus, he said. Jesus will save you. To which the native replied, well, we do need to be saved. Saved from you, but that's beside the point. So let's give this Jesus thing a shot. So that's just a little sample. And if that and just the way that Trevor Noah writes, his style, seem interesting to you, then I would encourage you to pick this book, and I'm really excited to get to discuss this and hear your insights, hear what you guys think about this. So I want you guys to post a video in response then to this, telling me a little bit about yourself as well, a few things that interest you. And I'm going to post a discussion question about the book that I want you to include your answer to in the video form as well. Thanks!